Well, it is that time of the year again. Friday, it is the kickoff for Penn State's Thon at the Bryce Jordan Center at 6 o'clock. It's a 46-hour dance marathon that raises money for childhood cancer research. And I'm now joined by the executive director of Four Diamonds, Suzanne Graney. Suzanne, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for inviting me to be here today.
Oh, we are happy to have you. I told you at the commercial break, we are so excited to be going to Thon this Friday and to kick everything off. But before we do that, first talk to me a little bit about Four Diamonds and what the mission of the organization is.
Sure. Our mission is quite simply to conquer childhood cancer, and we approach that in three different ways. One is to make sure that every child who's being treated at Penn State Health Children's Hospital, who is under the age of 22, who's resident of Pennsylvania, and who has a cancer diagnosis, is able to be helped by Four Diamonds and ensured that they have superior care, comprehensive support for what they need as they go through their journey, and then investing in research to find the day when nobody has to deal with this.
And that research is a very big part of it. Talk to me a little bit about how long has Four Diamonds been around and how many children and families have been helped so far in that history?
We have been here in the community since 1972 and have been able to help nearly 5,000 children and their families during that time. It's really unusual for an organization to not have to turn people away because they don't have resources, but our community is so generous that we have been able to help all of the kids who've been eligible for Four Diamonds to have what they need as they go through their own cancer fight.
And I'm telling you, it makes such a difference. Four Diamonds, people may not know, covers 100% of all medical expenses related to cancer care, not covered by insurance for eligible children. And I can't tell you how much of a difference that makes. But talk a little bit about what makes a child actually eligible for the Four Diamonds Fund.
Yeah, it's really three simple pieces of criteria. It's that they're under the age of 22 when they're diagnosed. It's that they're resident of Pennsylvania and that they're receiving their primary oncology care from Penn State Health Children's Hospital. I say often, easy criteria, but you don't want to meet it.
Yeah, no, you don't want to meet it. But I'm telling you, your work makes such a difference. So what makes Four Diamonds different from other pediatric cancer organizations? Because there's a lot out there, but you guys are doing this work here.
Yeah, as far as we know, we are the only hospital in the country with a fund like Four Diamonds that is covering all the standard cost of care for all of our patients, making sure that when a child is diagnosed, everybody can focus on the child instead of worrying, how are we going to pay for this? What is going to happen? Our community is so generous that we are able to lift that massive piece of stress off of those families, and everybody can devote their time and attention to their child, making sure that the child has what they need, all of the tools in place to be able to be as successful in that cancer fight as possible.
And lifting that financial burden definitely makes a difference. So we want to talk to you about how significant are mini-thons. I know a lot of people watching. I know a lot of people grew up in this area doing mini-thons, maybe 10 or 12-hour thons in their high school. How significant are they and Penn State Thon for actually raising this money to keep this organization going?
Oh, they are both so important to us. You know, modeled after Penn State Dance Marathon came Mini-Thon more than 30 years ago. And we have more than 200 schools who will be joining us this year, hosting events within their school, engaging all of their student body. Last year, Mini-Thon raised more than $6.2 million.
Wow.
Towards the nearly $25 million that was raised overall in Four Diamonds last year. It's really an important part of what we do, and I love that it energizes young people of all different ages to recognize they can make a difference in their community right where they are.
That is so true, because it did the same for all of us who did that. So what is Penn State's Thon fundraising goal this year? Can you talk a little bit about that?
So they never have a public goal for their fundraising, but last year they were just under 17 million. They were at 16.9 million. And we start fresh every single year. So we start at zero all over again every year as we approach this. So their goal is always to do as much as they possibly can. And what they have done over the course of all of the years that we've been partnered is more than $236 million has been raised by Thon to support Four Diamonds and the work that we do.
Wow. Now, I know there are folks that are not going to be able to obviously be there this weekend, but anybody watching, how can those individuals and communities get involved with Four Diamonds or even donate?
Oh, sure. Well, you can watch online during Thon weekend at thon.org. So join us for some of that activity. You can watch WGAL on Friday night. I know you're going to be live with a live broadcast for an hour. We're looking forward to that. And to make a donation, they can go to donate.thon.org if they want to be part of the excitement of watching that total be raised at the end of Thon weekend on Sunday.
All good information. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for the work you do and for everything you guys will continue to do to help folks out with cancer. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your partnership.
Thank you.